Welcome to my channel Bookish English 2. I'm Adam, and today I want you to be honest with yourself. Do you understand English, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank and your fluency disappears? You try to say something, but the words don't come out, and slowly you start believing that maybe you can't speak English confidently. But that is not true. You are just missing the right system. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 7 steps that will train your mind, your mouth, and your confidence to work together. And step by step, you will start feeling real fluency. But listen carefully. Step 3 and Step 6 are the biggest turning points, and most learners fail because they ignore them. So make sure you stay till the end and don't skip anything. If you truly want to stop feeling stuck and start speaking with confidence, this video can change your direction. So subscribe to my channel for daily updates. And now let's begin your journey from silence to real fluency. Step 1. Break translation habit. There is a moment that almost every English learner has felt, and maybe you have felt it too. You understand English when you read. You understand English when you listen. But when it is your turn to speak, something strange happens. Your mind becomes slow. Your thoughts get stuck, and you feel pressure inside your head. You try to say something, but before the words come out, your brain starts working too hard. First, you think in your own language. Then you translate into English. Then you check grammar. Then you doubt yourself. And by the time you are ready to speak, the moment is already gone. This is not because you are weak in English. This is because your brain is following the wrong process. The truth is simple, and you need to understand it deeply. Fluency does not come from translation. Fluency comes from direct thinking. When you speak your native language, you are not translating anything. You are not thinking about grammar rules. You are not building sentences step by step. Your thoughts become words naturally, and your words come out without effort. That is exactly what you need to build in English, and this is where your real journey begins. Right now, your brain is trained in a slow system. It is trained to think first, then translate, then speak. This system makes you feel tired, confused, and nervous. But the good news is that your brain can be trained again. You can build a new system where your thoughts connect directly to English without translation. And the best part is, you do not need big vocabulary or advanced grammar to start this. You only need simple, real, daily English. Start with something very small, something very real, something that belongs to your life. Look around you right now and describe what you see in English. You do not need big words. You do not need perfect grammar. Just say simple things. This is my phone. I am sitting. I feel tired. This is easy. This is difficult. These are small sentences, but they are powerful because they train your brain to think directly in English. When you do this, you are not translating. You are connecting your thoughts directly to English, and that is the first step toward fluency. Now take it one step further. Start describing your actions. When you stand up, say, "I am standing." When you walk, say, I am walking. When you eat, say, I am eating. When you feel something, say, I feel happy or I feel nervous. This might feel simple, even too simple, but this is exactly how fluency begins. You are teaching your brain a new habit, and habits are not built with complexity. They are built with repetition and consistency. At this point, you may feel a little uncomfortable. You may feel that this is too basic, or you may feel a little strange talking to yourself. That feeling is normal. It means your brain is leaving the old system and entering a new one. Do not stop here. This is the moment where most learners give up, but this is also the moment where real learners move forward. Another powerful technique is to stop translating full sentences and start thinking in key words. Instead of thinking, how do I say this long sentence in English? Think in small pieces. For example, instead of translating, today I am going to the market because I need to buy vegetables, think like this. Today, go market, need vegetables. Then turn it into simple English. Today, I go to the market. I need vegetables. This process removes pressure and helps your brain move faster. Also remember this very important truth. You do not need perfect English to think in English. You only need understandable English. Your goal is not to impress people. Your goal is to express yourself. When you focus on expression, your brain relaxes. And when your brain relaxes, your English starts to flow. Make this a daily habit. Just 5 minutes every day can change everything. Look, think, and speak simple English in your daily life. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait to learn more words. Start now with what you already know. Because the problem is not that you do not know English. The problem is that your brain is not trained to use it directly. And once you break this translation habit, something beautiful starts to happen. Your mind becomes faster. Your thoughts become clearer. Your confidence starts to grow. And for the first time, you will feel that English is not something you are studying. English is something you are living. This is where fluency truly begins. Step 2. Build simple sentences. After you start breaking the translation habit, the next step is very important. You must learn how to build simple sentences. Many English learners make one big mistake. They collect words, they memorize meanings, they write vocabulary in notebooks, and they feel happy because they know many English words. But when it is time to speak, those words do not come out as real communication. They stay inside the mind like separate pieces. The learner knows the word water, the word hungry, the word market, the word study, and the word tomorrow. But when someone asks a simple question, the learner suddenly feels confused. Why does this happen? It happens because fluency does not come from words alone. Fluency comes when words become sentences, and sentences become thoughts, and thoughts become speech. This is why step 2 is so powerful. You do not need to begin with long sentences. You do not need to speak like a professor. You do not need to use difficult grammar to sound intelligent. You need to build simple sentences that you can use again and again in real life. Simple sentences are not weak. Simple sentences are the foundation of confident speaking. When a child learns a language, the child does not begin with complex grammar. The child begins with small, useful sentences. I want this. I am hungry. Give me water. I go outside. These small sentences look simple, but they are doing a big job. They are training the brain to express meaning quickly. Many learners fail because they try to jump too high too early. They want to speak long sentences before they can speak short sentences confidently. They want to explain big ideas before they can explain their daily life. They want perfect grammar before they have speaking flow. This creates pressure, and pressure kills fluency. So in this step, you are not going to chase big English. You are going to build strong English. Strong English begins with useful sentence patterns. Start with these simple sentence frames. I am. I want. I need. I like. I have. I feel. I think. I can. I will. I am going to. These are not just grammar structures. These are speaking tools. If you master these small frames, you can say hundreds of real sentences. You can say, I am tired. I am ready. I am learning English. I want tea. I want to speak better. I need more practice. I need your help. I feel nervous. I feel confident. I think this is useful. I can try again. I will speak today. I am going to improve. Do you see what is happening? You are not memorizing random words anymore. You are building speech. This is the real secret of speaking. Your brain needs patterns. When you have patterns, speaking becomes easier because you do not create every sentence from zero. You use a ready structure, and then you add your own words. Think of a sentence frame like a road. Your vocabulary is like a car. If there is no road, the car cannot move. But when the road is ready, the car can travel. In the same way, when your sentence pattern is ready, your words can move easily. This is how fluency begins to feel natural. Now let us make it practical. Take one sentence and grow it slowly. Start with, I am learning English. This is enough. It is clear. It is correct. It has meaning. Now grow it a little. I am learning English every day. Now add a reason. I am learning English every day because I want confidence. Now make it more personal. I am learning English every day because I want to speak with people without fear. This is how you build fluency. You do not jump from silence to perfect speaking. You grow one sentence like a small plant. First it is small, then it becomes stronger, then it becomes natural. Here is another example. Start with, I feel nervous, then grow it. I feel nervous when I speak English. Then grow it more. I feel nervous when I speak English. But I still want to try. Now this sentence has emotion, truth, and confidence. This is the kind of English your viewers need. Not textbook English only. Real English. Human English. English that can carry their feelings. And remember this clearly. You should not be ashamed of simple English. Many beginners think simple English means low-level English. That is not true. Simple English is powerful because it is clear. Even native speakers use simple sentences every day. They say, I need help. I don't understand. Can you explain? Let's do it. I'll call you later. Real communication is not always full of big words. Real communication is clear, direct, and useful. So your daily exercise for this step is simple. Choose 5 sentence frames every day and make 10 sentences from them. For example, today use I want, I need, I feel, I think, and I can say them aloud. Do not just write them, speak them, feel them, connect them with your real life. Say, I want to improve. I need more speaking practice. I feel shy sometimes. I think English is possible for me. I can speak 1 sentence today. When you speak these sentences aloud, your mouth becomes familiar with English. Your brain becomes faster, and your confidence becomes stronger. This step is also powerful because it removes the fear of conversation. Many learners fear conversation because they think they must speak perfectly and answer quickly. But if you have simple sentence patterns ready, you can survive real conversations. Someone asks, "How are you?" You can say, "I am good, but a little tired." Someone asks, "What are you doing?" You can say, "I am learning English." Someone asks, "Why are you learning English?" You can say, "I want better confidence and better opportunities." These are simple answers, but they keep the conversation alive. And when conversation stays alive, confidence grows. The most important thing is this: do not wait until you know more words. Use the words you already know. If your English is small, use small English. If your sentence is short, speak the short sentence. A short sentence spoken with courage is better than a perfect sentence trapped inside your mind. Every sentence you speak becomes a step forward. Every small sentence makes your brain stronger. Every clear sentence tells your heart, "I can do this." So step 2 is not just about grammar, it is about freedom. When you build simple sentences, you give yourself permission to speak. You stop looking for perfect English, and you start using real English. You stop hiding behind vocabulary lists, and you begin creating meaning. This is how confidence is born. Not from knowing everything, but from using something. Start with 1 sentence. Grow it slowly. Repeat it daily. Speak it with energy. Speak it with belief. And soon your English will no longer feel like broken pieces. It will start becoming your voice. Step 3. Train your speaking muscles. Now we move to a step that many learners ignore. And because they ignore it, they stay stuck for years. You already understand some English. You are starting to build simple sentences. But still, when you try to speak, something feels heavy. Your mouth feels slow. Your words do not come out smoothly. You pause too much. You repeat yourself. You feel uncomfortable. And again, you start thinking, maybe I am not good at English. But listen carefully. This is not a language problem. This is a training problem. Speaking English is not only a brain skill. It is also a physical skill. Your mouth, your tongue, your lips, your voice, they all need training. Just like your body needs training to run faster or lift weights, your speaking system needs training to produce English sounds and sentences smoothly. If you only read, if you only listen, if you only watch videos, your brain may understand English, but your mouth will not be ready to speak it. And that is why so many learners say, "I understand everything, but I cannot speak," because they trained their mind, but they never trained their speaking muscles. So in this step, we change that. We stop being silent learners, and we become active speakers. And do not worry, you do not need a perfect environment. You do not need native speakers around you all the time. You do not need expensive classes. You can start training your speaking muscles right now, wherever you are. The first and most powerful method is simple. Speak out loud. Not in your mind, not silently. Out loud. When you speak in your mind, you feel comfortable, but you are not training your mouth. When you speak out loud, even if your voice is slow, even if your pronunciation is not perfect, you are building real skill. Start with your simple sentences from step 2. Say them again and again. I am learning English. I want to improve. I feel nervous, but I will try. Repeat them. Let your mouth feel the movement. Let your voice feel the rhythm. At first, it may feel strange. You may feel shy. You may feel like you sound funny. But remember this: every confident speaker once sounded like a beginner. The difference is they continued. They did not stop at the uncomfortable stage. They kept speaking until their mouth became familiar with the language. The second powerful method is repetition. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is training. When you repeat a sentence multiple times, your brain and your mouth start working together. The first time you say a sentence, it feels slow. The second time, it becomes easier. The third time, it becomes smoother. And after repeating it 5 or 10 times, it starts to feel natural. This is how your speaking muscles learn, not by one-time effort, but by repeated action. Now let's go deeper. Use a method called shadowing. This is very powerful. You listen to a short English sentence from a video or audio, and you repeat it almost at the same time, not after a long pause. Try to follow the speaker closely. Listen to how they pronounce words. Listen to how their voice moves. Listen to how they connect words together. Then copy them. Do not try to be perfect. Just try to follow. This will improve your pronunciation, your rhythm, your speed, and your confidence at the same time. Another important practice is reading out loud. Take a simple English text, something easy, something you understand, and read it aloud. Slowly at first, then again with better flow, then again with more confidence. When you read silently, your brain works. When you read aloud, your speaking muscles work. And this combination is powerful. It builds both understanding and expression. Now let us talk about something that many learners avoid: recording your voice. This can feel uncomfortable, even a little scary, but it is one of the best ways to improve. When you record yourself, you can hear your real English. You can notice your mistakes. You can see your progress. You can compare your old recordings with your new ones. And slowly you will realize that you are improving. This builds confidence in a very real way. Also, do not focus too much on having a perfect accent. Your goal is not to sound like a native speaker immediately. Your goal is to be clear, understandable, and confident. Clear English is powerful English. When people understand you, communication happens. And communication is the real purpose of language. Now here is a simple daily routine for you. Spend just 10 minutes. First, speak 3-5 simple sentences about your day. Then repeat each sentence 3-5 times. Then listen to a short English clip and shadow it for 2 minutes. Then read a small paragraph out loud. And finally, record one short sentence and listen to it. This is not a big routine, but if you do this every day, your speaking will change. You must understand one powerful truth. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking. The more you use your voice, the more your voice becomes strong. The more you train your speaking muscles, the more natural English feels. And slowly, the fear inside you starts to disappear. Right now, your English may feel slow. It may feel broken. It may feel uncomfortable. But that is not your final level. That is just your starting point. Every word you speak is a step forward. Every sentence you repeat is progress. Every time you open your mouth and try, you are winning. So do not stay silent. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait for perfect English. Start training your speaking muscles today. Use your voice. Trust your process. Keep going. Because the moment your mouth becomes comfortable with English, everything changes. Your speed improves. Your confidence rises. And for the first time, you stop feeling like a learner, and you start feeling like a speaker. Step 4. Speak before perfect. Now we come to one of the most important steps in your English journey. This step can change the way you see yourself as a learner. It can also remove one of the biggest blocks that keeps many learners silent for years. The step is simple but powerful. Speak before perfect. Many learners do not stay silent because they know nothing. They stay silent because they are waiting for perfect English. They want perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect vocabulary, perfect confidence, and perfect timing. But the truth is, if you wait for perfect English before you speak, you may wait your whole life. Perfect English does not come before speaking. Better English comes because of speaking. Think about your own life for a moment. When you learned to walk as a child, you did not wait until your walking was perfect. You stood up, you fell down, you tried again, and slowly your body learned. When you learned your first language, you did not wait until your grammar was perfect. You made small sounds, broken words, simple sentences, and slowly your language became natural. English is the same. You cannot become a confident speaker by staying silent and only preparing in your mind. You become a confident speaker by speaking, making small mistakes, correcting slowly, and continuing again. Many beginners and intermediate learners have this secret fear inside. They think, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh? What if my sentence is broken? What if I forget the word? This fear feels real. It can make your heart beat fast. It can make your mouth dry. It can make your mind blank. But you need to understand something very deeply. Mistakes are not proof that your English is bad. Mistakes are proof that your English is alive. A learner who makes mistakes is practicing. A learner who stays silent is only protecting fear. And fear cannot build fluency. The problem with perfection is that it looks beautiful, but it is dangerous. It tells you, wait a little more. It tells you, learn more grammar first. It tells you, memorize more words first. It tells you, start speaking when you are ready. But readiness does not come from waiting. Readiness comes from action. If you speak one small sentence today, tomorrow you will feel a little stronger. If you speak again tomorrow, your fear will become smaller. If you continue for 1 month, you will not be the same learner anymore. You will become someone who acts, not someone who only dreams. So how do you speak before perfect in a realistic way? Start with small, safe speaking. You do not need to go outside and give a speech in English today. You do not need to join a big conversation immediately. Start with 30 seconds. Speak about your day for 30 seconds. Say simple things like, today I woke up early. I drank tea. I studied English. I felt a little tired, but I tried. I want to improve my speaking. This is enough. Do not stop because of one grammar mistake. Do not restart again and again. Just continue. Your goal is not perfect English. Your goal is speaking flow. This is very important. When you practice speaking, do not correct every mistake while speaking. If you stop after every word, your fluency will break. First speak, then correct. This is the right order. Speak first, fix later. For example, speak for 30 seconds or 1 minute. After that, choose only one mistake to improve. Maybe you used the wrong verb. Maybe you forgot with he or she. Maybe your pronunciation of one word was not clear. Good. Notice it. Improve it. Then move on. Do not attack yourself for every mistake. That is not learning. That is self-punishment. You must also learn the difference between communication and perfection. Communication means your message reaches the other person. Perfection means every word is correct. In real life, communication is more important. If you say, I go market yesterday, it is not perfect, but the listener understands you. Later you can improve it to, I went to the market yesterday. That is progress. But if you stay silent because you are afraid to say it wrong, then no communication happens and no progress happens. Broken English spoken with courage is more useful than perfect English hidden in your mind. Now, this does not mean grammar is not important. Grammar is important. Pronunciation is important. Vocabulary is important. But they should support your speaking, not stop your speaking. Some learners use grammar like a prison. They lock every sentence inside the mind and check it again and again. Instead, use grammar like a tool. Speak your sentence, then improve it slowly. This way your English grows naturally, without killing your confidence. A very powerful exercise for this step is the 1-minute courage practice. Every day, choose one simple topic. Talk about your morning. Talk about your family. Talk about your work. Talk about your favorite food. Talk about why you want to learn English. Set a timer for 1 minute and speak without stopping. If you forget a word, use a simple word. If you make a mistake, continue. If your sentence is not perfect, continue. This exercise teaches your brain that speaking is safe. It teaches your mouth that English can move. It teaches your heart that mistakes will not destroy you. And when you speak before perfect, something beautiful happens. You start respecting your effort. You stop seeing yourself as a weak learner. You start seeing yourself as a brave learner. This identity is powerful. A brave learner improves faster because they take action. They do not wait for confidence. They create confidence through practice. Every imperfect sentence becomes a small victory. Every attempt becomes evidence that you are changing. So today, make a promise to yourself. Do not wait for perfect English. Do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not wait for perfect confidence. Start with the English you have now. Speak slowly. Speak simply. Speak honestly. Say what you can say. Then improve it tomorrow. This is how real fluency is built. Not in one magical day, but through daily courage. The learner who speaks imperfectly today becomes the confident speaker of tomorrow. Step 5. Learn through real life. Now we come to a step that can make English feel natural, useful, and alive. Many learners study English like it is only a school subject. They open a book, memorize some rules, write some vocabulary, watch one lesson, and then close everything. After that, English disappears from their life. Their room is not in English. Their phone is not in English. Their thoughts are not in English. Their daily routine is not in English. Then they wonder, why am I not fluent? The answer is very simple. English cannot become natural if it only appears for 10 minutes in a notebook. English becomes natural when it enters your real life. This is the big difference between studying English and living English. Studying is useful, but living English is powerful. When English becomes part of your morning, part of your phone, part of your walk, part of your room, part of your thinking, and part of your small daily actions, your brain starts seeing English as normal. It no longer feels like a strange subject. It starts feeling like a real tool. And that is when fluency begins to grow faster, because your brain is not only learning English, your brain is experiencing English. Many beginners and intermediate learners make English too heavy. They think they need a special classroom, a special teacher, a special country, or native speakers around them all the time. But the truth is, you can create an English environment even inside your own room. You can look at your bed and say, "This is my bed." You can look at your phone and say, "I am checking my phone." You can go to the kitchen and say, "I am making tea." You can open the door and say, "I am going outside." These sentences look simple, but they are not small. They are building a bridge between your real life and your English brain. Real-life English is powerful because it gives meaning to words. When you only memorize the word door, it may stay weak in your memory. But when you touch the door, open the door, close the door, and say, "I am opening the door," the word becomes real. Your brain connects the word with action. This is how children learn. They do not learn language only from lists. They learn from life, from objects, from people, from feelings, from repetition, and from real situations. You can use the same natural method as an adult. You do not need to become a child again. You only need to make English visible, useful, and connected to your daily world. Start with your phone, because your phone is already part of your life. Change some settings to English if you can. Follow simple English pages. Watch short English videos that are easy to understand. Listen to slow English while walking, cleaning, cooking, or resting. Do not choose content that makes you feel stupid. Choose content that helps you feel, "I understand something." This feeling is very important. When you understand even a little, your confidence grows. When you feel lost all the time, your brain becomes tired and your motivation becomes weak. You can also use your room as your first English classroom. Put small labels on common things. Write door, wall, mirror, chair, table, window, book, bag, and bottle. Every time you see them, say the word aloud. Then make a small sentence. This is a chair. My bag is on the table. I am looking in the mirror. There is water in the bottle. This is not childish. This is smart learning. You are training your eyes, your brain, and your mouth together. You are turning your environment into a teacher. Another powerful real-life practice is daily routine English. When you wake up, describe your morning. I am awake. I am getting out of bed. I am washing my face. I am brushing my teeth. I am wearing my clothes. I am eating breakfast. Do this slowly. Do it naturally. Do not force yourself to speak long sentences. Your goal is to make English part of your actions. When your actions and your words move together, English becomes easier to remember. Your body helps your brain. Real-life English also means learning from things you already love. If you love stories, listen to easy English stories. If you love cooking, watch simple cooking videos in English. If you love business, watch beginner business English content. If you love travel, watch travel vlogs with clear visuals. When you enjoy the topic, your brain stays awake. You do not feel like you are suffering. You feel curious. And curiosity is one of the strongest fuels for learning. A learner who enjoys the message will stay longer, repeat more, and remember better. But be careful. Do not choose very difficult content just to prove that you are serious. If a video is too hard, your brain will fight. You will stop listening. You will feel bad. You will think English is impossible. Choose content that is a little above your level, not far above your level. You should understand the main idea. You should catch some words. You should feel connected. This is the sweet place where learning becomes effective. Not too easy, not too painful. Just challenging enough to grow. Now let us talk about writing. Because writing can support speaking when you do it correctly. Do not write long essays at the beginning. Write 3 real sentences every night. Today I learned English. I spoke for 5 minutes. I felt nervous, but I continued. These simple lines train your thinking. They help you organize your ideas. And later when you speak, your brain already has sentence patterns ready. Writing should not replace speaking, but it can prepare your mind for speaking. You can also practice small, real conversations alone. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your day?" Answer in English. Imagine someone asks, "Why are you learning English?" Answer in English. Imagine someone asks, "What did you do today?" Answer in English. This makes your brain ready for real situations. When the same question comes in real life, you will not feel completely lost because you have already practiced it. The biggest lesson in this step is simple. Do not keep English separate from your life. Bring English into your life. Let English touch your room, your phone, your walk, your food, your mirror, your thoughts, your small actions, and your daily routine. When English becomes part of your real world, your confidence becomes stronger because you are not only studying, you are using it. So today, choose one real-life English habit. Change one thing. Label your room. Speak your morning routine. Listen to easy English while walking. Write 3 sentences at night. Describe what you are doing. Start small, but start honestly. Because fluency does not come only from books. Fluency comes when English becomes a living part of your day. And when you learn through real life, English no longer feels far away. It starts walking with you, sitting with you, speaking with you, and slowly becoming part of who you are. Step 6. Turn fear into confidence. Now we come to the emotional heart of your English journey. This step is not only about speaking, it is about the feeling inside you when you try to speak. Because many English learners do not have a knowledge problem. They have a fear problem. They know words, they know simple sentences, they understand many lessons. But when they sit in front of another person, when someone asks them a question, when they feel that people are listening, suddenly their mind becomes empty. Their heart starts beating faster. Their voice becomes low. Their mouth becomes dry. And then they think, "My English is weak." But the real truth is deeper than that. Your English is not always weak. Sometimes your fear is just louder than your English. This fear is very real. We should not pretend it does not exist. A beginner may fear making grammar mistakes. An intermediate learner may fear sounding childish. Some learners fear that people will laugh. Some learners fear that their pronunciation will be judged. Some learners fear that they will forget words in the middle of a sentence. Awesome. And because of this fear, they choose silence. Silence feels safe for a moment, but silence does not build fluency. Silence protects you from embarrassment today, but it also keeps your confidence weak tomorrow. So in this step, we are not going to fight fear with pressure. We are going to change fear into confidence through small, realistic action. First, you must understand one powerful idea. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build. Many learners say, "I will speak when I become confident." But this is the wrong order. You become confident because you speak. You become confident because you try. You become confident because you survive small mistakes and realize that nothing terrible happens. Every time you speak one sentence, even if it is not perfect, your brain learns a new message. It learns, "I can speak and I am still okay." This message slowly becomes confidence. The biggest mistake learners make is that they treat mistakes like danger. But mistakes are not danger. Mistakes are information. If you say something wrong, it does not mean you are bad. It only shows you what needs practice. If you pronounce a word incorrectly, it does not mean you should stop speaking. It means your mouth needs more training. If you forget a word, it does not mean you have failed. It means you can use a simpler word, explain the idea, or learn that word later. This is how real speakers grow. They do not become confident because they never make mistakes. They become confident because they do not let mistakes control them. Now let us make this step practical. You should build confidence in levels. Do not force yourself to jump into a difficult conversation immediately. Start in a safe place. First, speak alone. Talk to yourself in your room. Say simple sentences about your day, your feelings, your plans, and your learning. Then speak in front of a mirror. Look at your face and say, "I am learning English. I am improving. I can speak slowly. I do not need to be perfect." This may feel unusual at first, but it is powerful because you are training your mind to see yourself as a speaker. After that, record your voice. Many learners dislike their own voice in English, but recording helps you see progress. Record 30 seconds today. Save it. Then record again after 1 week. You will notice small changes. Maybe your voice becomes clearer. Maybe your speed becomes better. Maybe you hesitate less. These small changes are proof, and proof builds confidence faster than empty motivation. When you hear your progress, you start believing in yourself. Then move to one safe person. Do not start with a person who makes fun of you. Do not start with someone who makes you feel small. Choose someone kind, patient, and supportive. Say, "I am practicing English. Please listen to me for 1 minute." You do not need a long conversation. You only need a small, safe speaking moment. When you complete it, your fear becomes smaller. Then repeat it. Confidence grows when the same scary thing becomes familiar. Another powerful practice is answering simple questions. Many real conversations begin with simple questions, so prepare for them. Practice answers to questions like, "How are you? What did you do today? Why are you learning English? What do you like? What is your goal?" If you prepare these answers and speak them many times, your brain will not panic when someone asks you. Prepared confidence becomes real confidence. You also need to change the way you talk to yourself. If you say, "My English is bad," your brain will believe it. If you say, "I always make mistakes," your confidence will become weaker. Instead, use honest but helpful language. Say, "My English is growing." Say, "I am still learning." Say, "I can speak simple English." Say, "Mistakes are part of my practice." This is not fake motivation. This is mental training. Your inner voice can either destroy your confidence or build it. And remember this very important truth. People are not thinking about your mistakes as much as you think. Most people are busy with their own life, their own problems, and their own insecurities. Even if someone notices your mistake, that moment passes quickly. But if you stop speaking because of fear, the damage stays longer. Do not give temporary embarrassment permanent power over your English journey. So today, choose courage in a small way. Speak one sentence even if your voice shakes. Record your voice even if you feel shy. Answer one question even if your grammar is simple. Talk to yourself even if it feels strange. Every small act of courage is like a brick. One brick looks small, but many bricks build a strong house. In the same way, one small speaking moment looks small, but many speaking moments build confidence. This step is where you stop waiting to feel brave and start becoming brave. You do not need perfect English to be confident. You need honest practice. You need patience. You need small daily courage. The fear may not disappear in one day, but it will lose power every time you speak. And one day, you will look back and realize that the voice you were hiding was always there. It only needed permission to come out. Now we have reached the final step. And this step brings everything together. You have learned that you must break the translation habit. You have learned that words are not enough, and you must build simple sentences. You have learned that speaking is not only in the brain, but also in the mouth, the tongue, the lips, and the voice. You have learned that you must speak before perfect, because waiting for perfect English keeps many learners silent for years. You have learned that English must become part of your real life, not only part of your notebook. You have also learned that fear is not your enemy forever, because fear can become confidence when you take small action every day. But now comes the step that decides everything. This is the step that separates the learner who improves from the learner who starts and stops again. The step is simple, but it is powerful. Repeat until natural. Many English learners fail, not because they are lazy, and not because they are not intelligent. They fail because they start too big and stop too early. One day they feel motivated, so they study for 3 hours, they watch many videos, they write many words. They promise themselves, from today I will learn English every day. But after 2 or 3 days, life becomes busy, motivation becomes low, and the routine disappears. Then they feel guilty. Then they stop completely. After some weeks, they start again from zero. This cycle is painful. Start, stop, feel guilty, start again, stop again. This is why many learners feel they have studied English for years, but still cannot speak with confidence. The solution is not to become perfect in one day. The solution is to become consistent in a small way. You do not need a huge routine that makes you tired. You need a small routine that you can repeat. Fluency is not built by one big day of study. Fluency is built by small actions repeated many times. A sentence repeated every day becomes familiar. A word used every day becomes yours. A short speaking practice done every day becomes confidence. A small habit repeated for months becomes a new identity. You stop saying, "I am trying to learn English," and you start feeling, "I am becoming an English speaker." Repetition is not boring when you understand its purpose. Repetition is how the brain makes English automatic. When you repeat a sentence again and again, your brain stops treating it like a difficult task. Your mouth becomes comfortable. Your voice becomes stronger. Your speed becomes better. Your fear becomes smaller. This is exactly how you learned many things in life. You did not learn walking by thinking about walking one time. You repeated it. You did not learn writing your name by doing it once. You repeated it. You did not learn your native language by listening for one day. You heard the same words, the same sentences, the same sounds, and slowly they became natural. English needs the same respect. It needs repetition, time, and patience. Now let us make this very practical. I want you to create a simple daily English system, not a difficult system, not a system that looks beautiful for one day and then disappears. A real system. A system for busy learners, tired learners, shy learners, beginners, and intermediate learners. Start with only 10 minutes every day. 2 minutes for thinking in English. Look around you and think simple thoughts. I am sitting. I need water. Today I feel better. I want to improve. 2 minutes for speaking aloud. Speak about your day, your room, your feelings, or your goal. 2 minutes for shadowing. Listen to one short sentence or short audio and repeat it with the speaker. 2 minutes for writing. Write 3 simple sentences about your day. 2 minutes for reviewing. Look at one mistake, one word, or one sentence, and improve it. This 10-minute routine may look small, but if you do it every day, it becomes powerful. The most important part is not the 10 minutes. The most important part is that you return every day. Even if you are tired, return for 5 minutes. Even if your mood is bad, return for 2 minutes. Even if you miss one day, do not punish yourself. Come back the next day. This is how serious learners grow. They do not depend only on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you will feel excited. Some days you will feel lazy. Some days you will feel confident. Some days you will feel slow. But your habit must continue. Your habit is stronger than your mood. You also need to repeat the right things. Do not repeat only random vocabulary. Repeat useful sentences. Repeat real-life sentences. Repeat sentences that match your life. If you are a student, repeat sentences about study, class, exams, friends, and goals. If you work, repeat sentences about meetings, customers, tasks, and daily work. If you want to travel, repeat sentences about directions, food, hotels, shopping, and asking for help. When you repeat English that belongs to your life, your brain understands why it matters. And when English feels useful, you stay connected. Another powerful part of this step is reviewing your progress. Many learners improve, but they do not notice it. Because they do not notice progress, they lose motivation. So record yourself once a week. Speak for 1 minute on the same topic every week. For example, why I am learning English. Save the recording. After 1 month, listen to the first recording and the latest recording. You will hear a difference. Maybe your grammar is still not perfect. Maybe your pronunciation still needs work. But you will hear more flow, more courage, more clarity. This proof will give you energy to continue. You must also understand that natural English does not mean fast English only. Many learners think fluency means speaking very fast. That is not true. Fluency means speaking with flow, clarity, and confidence. You can speak slowly and still sound fluent if your ideas are clear and your words come smoothly. Do not rush. First, build control. Then speed will come naturally. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Speak with feeling. The goal is not to run. The goal is to move without stopping. And now, let us wrap up the full journey. First, stop translating everything in your head, because translation slows your speaking. Then, build simple sentences, because sentences turn words into communication. Then train your speaking muscles because your mouth needs practice, not only your mind. Then speak before perfect, because confidence grows through action. Then learn through real life, because English becomes strong when it becomes part of your day. Then turn fear into confidence, because mistakes are not the end of your journey. They are part of your growth. And finally, repeat until natural, because fluency is not a secret trick. Fluency is a habit that becomes stronger every day. So do not ask yourself, can I become fluent overnight? Ask yourself a better question. Can I practice a little today? Because if you can practice today, you can practice tomorrow. If you can practice tomorrow, you can build a week. If you can build a week, you can build a month. And if you can build a month, your English life can truly change. You do not need to be perfect to begin. You need to begin so you can improve. Today, I want you to choose your first small action. Speak 1 sentence. Repeat 1 sentence. Write 1 sentence. Listen to 1 short English clip. Record your voice for 30 seconds. Do something small, but do it with honesty. Because your future English speaker is not built in dreams. Your future English speaker is built in daily action. Remember this. Your English is not dead. It is waiting for repetition. Your confidence is not gone. It is waiting for action. Your fluency is not impossible. It is waiting for consistency. Keep repeating. Keep speaking. Keep improving. One day, the sentence that feels difficult today will feel easy. The word that feels strange today will feel natural. The voice that feels weak today will become strong. And when that day comes, you will understand that fluency was never magic. Fluency was you showing up again and again until English became part of you. You started this video with doubt, maybe with fear, maybe with that quiet feeling that English is not for you. But now you know something powerful. You don't need perfect English to start. You need the courage to use the English you already have, one step at a time. If you follow these 7 steps daily, even in a small way, your confidence will grow, your voice will open, and your fluency will become real. So don't wait for the perfect moment. This is your moment. Start today, speak today, change today. And don't forget to subscribe for daily learning. Thanks for watching this video.